Welcome back, my friends. Today we're reloading some 357 Magnum here on the Dillon 550. We've got some mixed brass here. I'm taking all the Starline and setting those aside just so I have a set of the same head stamp for future testing. Other than that, we're all mixed head stamps. We are using the CCI 550 Magnum pistol primers today. And we are using Shooter's World Heavy Pistol Powder. We did a little primer testing previously with standard primers versus Magnum, and Shooter's World says that you can use standard and it works just fine, but we found otherwise, so we're running with the Magnums today as previously stated. But anyways, I got about 100 done so far, and I've got a little bit less than 100 left to do, so let's get at it. I reckon I forgot to mention our bullet today is the Lee 358 RF. These are sized to 3575-ish, and with my alloy, which is about half pure lead, half range scrap, we're running at 165 grains. And this load previously clocked right under 1200 feet per second out of the 4-inch GP100. So we're just going to have some of these set up. We're going to be able to test them in the carbine as well as the revolver, compare the barrels and all that fun stuff. But anyways, we're loading some up. Let's get to it. Well, anyways, we're dialed in here with our powder charge and just cranking them out. I'm visually verifying our powder is going into each case there. Other than that, we're pretty smooth sailing. Except I say that, and this freaking Fiocchi case had a very tight primer pocket, but we're all good. No worries here, fellers. Well, it's been a while since we loaded up any kind of significant quantity of anything. And I had some 357 Magnum brass laying around. So, you know, I decided it was time to have a nice little pile of it. So anyways, like I said, we are using the CCI 550 Magnum primers, which is probably common in 357 Magnum. Most recipes are going to call for a Magnum primer. However, Shooter's World, with their heavy pistol here that we're using, they suggest that we should be able to get away with standard pistol primers to sufficiently ignite the charges. But we tested that in a video recently, and as you saw, the velocities were very similar, but the group size was like night and day difference. It was actually kind of incredible for only changing a primer. And now I'm not going to say that's like an absolute test and it's all over and done and that's all the testing we're going to do. But with those 12 rounds for each group on that day, it was kind of like, holy crap. Obviously, this powder likes this kind of primer better. Keep finding Starline pieces. It's kind of like Christmas, you know, like, woo! They're probably not any better or worse than any other, you know, matching head stamps as far as pistol stuff goes, but you know, Starline's pretty good stuff. That's what the word around the block is. So I'm gonna grab all the ones I can, hopefully get about 50 pieces together, have a little set of them, keep aside for testing and having something uniform and all that. And we're about out of bullets. I need to refill my stash here. I got a couple left. I love when there's always more in the corner of the box. Like you thought you grabbed them all, but there's another, and then there's more, and then it's like, okay, now they're actually gone. But what I thought were about 3 bullets turned into about 7. So I got this brass from, I think it was Capital Brass, Capital Cartridge is where I got it from. It was a pretty good deal, I thought. I think it was 80 bucks for 500, and then, you know, shipping on top of that or whatever. But that was pretty sweet. So I grabbed them because the last few years, 357 Magnum brass has been like 50 cents a piece for some stupid reason. Oh yeah, that supply and demand thing. Anyways, I'm out of bullets here, so let me get a refill. I'll be right back. Alrighty folks, we're back here all friggin' bulleted up now. Got enough powder to finish them off, but we had to grab from our new stash of more recently powder coated bullets. Yeah, we got some ugly bases. I was running the mold hot that day, but it's just for blasting, you know, it's gonna be okay. Anyways, that's a mix of the Eastwood Ruby Red with some Harbor Freight Black and White, I think. So kind of interesting results there. Anyways, let's get on with it. Double check where we left off. We're primed here. This next one already has powder. Our bullet's been seated. Let's go on. I always have to about check everything 17 times if I'm doing a video or something, because it's very easy to get, you know, sidetracked or sidestepped or pulled away or whatever. So you got to be very cautious about what you're doing, even if you're not making silly videos for the internets. So stay vigilant while you're loading. You know, it's okay to have the TV on or something if you're just doing some brass prep or whatnot. But there we go. See, I was just playing with the brass and I should have pulled the handle because it was already turned. But yeah. Pay attention, dummy. Don't get sidetracked while loading is what I was saying, alright? Perfect example of what not to do. So yeah, don't have the TV going, don't pay attention to that crap. So kind of funny thing I was thinking, the bullet weight here with the charge weight of powder is pretty much spot on with my 300 blackout charge weight of this powder and bullet weight. You know, give or take a few tenths of powder and give or take a grain or two on the bullet weight. It's pretty much my 300 blackout load. That's kind of crazy to me. Kind of cool how that works. But this is in no way, you know, an exchange of data or anything like that between the different cartridges. Wow, is this freaking thing extreme? Are you crimped or some crap? What are you doing? That one definitely S&B. Had bad luck with them. There's a Starline. We're keeping him aside. CBC, you sound gross, but alright. Not sure why that one was troublesome, but we came out okay in the end, folks. No worries. And on with your regularly scheduled program here, which is just a dummy churning out some ammunitions here. Some small arms munitions, if you will. Alrighty, we're getting close here. Probably the last 10 or so cases. That one slid right in like a hot dog down a dang old hallway. Anyways, yep, checking for powder. Bingo, good to go. And we're moving pretty smoothly here, I'll tell you what now. I really do like my single stage press, but you know, using a progressive every once in a while is very nice if you're doing more than like 50 of something at a time. Now, if you're doing some kind of load development and you need to change your powder charge, definitely not recommended. But you can still change out your powder measure up top and just throw a funnel up there so you can be weighing out your charges, and then you can still use all 4 stations at once if you like. There's a lot of different ways to set up a progressive press. It doesn't have to just be pull the handle, get a bullet. You can do other stuff like case prep and so on and so forth, but that's all for a different time. I'm just loading up some 357 Magnum here with the Lee 358 158 round flat. Mixed brass, powder coated bullets, Shooter's World heavy pistol powder, CCI 550 primers. I think that was the last one. We'll see if one more comes out for us. And we'll just make sure to drop the little rod on it, make sure nothing's in there. Oh, yep, we got one more. So that was our last one there. Yes, sir. And we'll go ahead and top these last 2 off. That's gonna do it. Wow. So yeah, that's gonna do it for loading up some 357 Magnum. All right, gotta check where we were. I lost my spot. We got powder, we're seated. That one's crimped. Bingo, last bullet getting seated there. There we are, nice and smooth, crimpy dimpy doo. Boom, boom, look at that beautiful, beautiful box of bullets. Alrighty, and by when I said nice box of bullets, I totally meant nice box of ammunition. So I guess that's gonna wrap it up for today. I was just kind of bringing you guys along with a little session on the old 550, you know, cranking out some reps, getting some range food ready to go. Anyways, we got our nice little MTM boxes loaded up here. Aren't they cute? Tell you what, oh, ain't nothing like a good old ammo box. So I always take, you know, one of these to the range rather than an ammo can. This is how you can conserve a little better. You know, just take a box, you're good to go. Maybe 2, you know, you don't need to take 1,000 rounds each time to the range or whatnot. Anyways, I'm just rambling now. Thanks a bunch for hanging out, guys. We will see you in the next video. Have a good one.